life is a constant balance of figuring out like what you don't like in accordance with who you want to become. What's up guys, Ron Carter here. So today is day 2 of this YouTube experiment. If you didn't catch my last video, I'm doing an experiment where I'm just uploading a YouTube video every single day for 90 days and having minimal editing just to see what happens to my YouTube channel. And I got some stuff that I want to share with you today that I think would be super helpful. Just as far as like life and personal finances, but before I share it, I'm going to show you my screen and just share my YouTube analytics over the last 6 months. I'll probably just edit the screenshot in here, but as you can see, so this will be like the minimal editing that I do, just that way you can see what's going on with the channel. So doing this in post, so you should see my views over the last 6 months, subscribers over the last 6 months, also ad revenue over the last 6 months. So this is where we're starting. So the thing that I want to share, something really cool that happened in the month of February is I made 50 bucks in the month of February doing absolutely nothing. This is the easiest money that I've ever made. And, but the thing is, it took money to make it. And so I opened a high yield savings account and I just moved all my savings in there and I put about 15 grand in there and I just let it sit there. Yeah, I just let it sit there and I checked the account on March 1st and made 50 bucks in interest. And that's pretty cool. It's not like life changing or anything, but this just goes back to like a previous video that I made where I was talking about having compounding interest work in your favor. And so this is stuff that I wish I knew way back in the day. I'm 40 now. I wish I knew about this when I was like 20. Most people have compounding interest working against them with loans, credit card debt, things like that. And it's like you gotta have that stuff working in your favor. If you want to check out that video where I was talking about that personal finance advice that I wish I knew 20 years ago, I'll link that up in one of the corners. But it was pretty cool just to see that because I'm like, okay, it just makes me want to save more and just keep putting it in there. Also have some like different stocks and stuff like that too, but most of the savings is just going into the high yield savings account. And the reason for that is like, I want this cash that I'm saving to be liquid, meaning that I can get a hold of the money and deploy it towards other investments like quickly if I decide to. And so instead of just saving it in a regular bank account that really doesn't gain any interest at all, like that doesn't make sense. Like why not put it in an account where I can get access to it quickly, but it still compounds year after year. So this way, if I do decide that I want to buy a house or a duplex or invest in rental properties years down the road, like I'm able to just take that money out and do that. Or if I want to just keep it in there, I can do that. Or if I want to like put it in an IRA or 401k, or not 401k, but like index funds or whatever, money market account, all the different things that you can do with it. I could take it out and put it in there if it makes sense. So what else am I doing today? I'm about to play video games. So like this is the stuff that I normally wouldn't show on the channel because I just want to talk about like just tips on how to get sales. But like here's the thing, it's like me about to play video games right now is like goes against what any other like marketer online is telling you to go do. They're like, hey, you need to go get sales, you need to like work your ass off and just sell. And it's like, I think quality of life is much more important. This is just me. I'm not saying that those people are wrong. I'm not saying that I'm right. It's up for us to like decide for ourselves. Like I don't have class today, that's why I'm not driving down to Northridge to go to school all day. So I basically have the day off and I have like my homework over here. So I'm doing homework, I'm playing video games. I'm gonna take the dog for a walk. I'm recording this video because I'm doing these every day. And you can tell it's definitely a stay inside day. I'm like growing the beard out and not really doing shit. I'm recovering from some dental surgery, so I'm not doing any workouts or anything. I really do want to go to the gym, but I'm supposed to wait at least a week. They said a week to 2 weeks. We might just cut that short and make it a week. But I guess the whole thing here is like, my whole point to this video, I guess, is like, do the things that make you happy, but at the same time, try to limit those things so they're not things that take away from your financial success in the future. Like me playing video games and staying at home and doing homework like cost me nothing, right? I already have the game system, I already have all that stuff. It doesn't cost me anything. I'm able to keep saving and having that money grow while I'm taking care of this stuff. And me doing my homework, it leads to me getting my accounting degree, which levels up my skill set so that I make a whole lot more in the next couple of years, and I'm able to save more, and I'm able to have that money grow just from having it sit somewhere. Yeah, and if you're like just getting started with this stuff, like financial literacy, then you might not be in a spot where you can just like play video games, right? Like when I started this stuff, I was working as a janitor in a hospital making like $15, $16 an hour and living in LA, and it wasn't enough just to cover my rent and my bills. So it's like, I couldn't just sit and play video games and expect my life situation to get better. So I had to work overtime. I had to level up my skills. I had to invest in a bunch of courses and training to learn sales, this is how I learned how to even put videos on YouTube and do this stuff. It's because I bought courses. So it's like I worked overtime. I took that extra money and I bought information that showed me how to do things that would level up my skills so that I could make more money. And then like continue to do that process over and over and over again. And at the same time was feeling like what I like, what I don't like, what resonates with the life that I want to have and what doesn't. Because I could have went the route of like doing sales 24/7, being on sales calls, coaching clients, and made a whole lot more money, but also had zero time. And I'm like, I don't really like that. So it's like life is a constant balance of figuring out like what you like, what you don't like, in accordance with who you want to become. And that's the main thing, is knowing like, okay, what kind of life do I want to have and who do I want to become? Who do I want to grow into? And then once you have that North Star figured out, it becomes very easy to decide what you like and what you don't like. Because sometimes the things that I like may not make sense to other people. I like challenges. I like hard things because I know that it leads to growth. Like as soon as I decided that I was going to go to school for accounting, I looked up the license for an accountant, CPA, right? And the funny thing is, like, you can have a really good job with an accounting degree without getting your CPA. But I was like in my freshman year of college, right? And saw that the CPA license is super hard. And I was like, I'm doing that. I saw the requirements, like, okay, first you have to have your bachelor's degree in accounting. That's like the first requirement. Second requirement is 30 more units of school after your bachelor's degree. So it's almost a master's degree, right? And then working for a year under a CPA, under somebody who's already licensed. So say, okay, you have to do 30 more units of school, work for a year under somebody who has their CPA, and then you have to take 4 4-hour tests. So 4 separate 4-hour tests and pass those. And once you complete all those things, you have your CPA. I saw that and I was like, that sounds super hard. And I got excited because I like challenges, right? And so like, this is me kind of giving myself some grace playing video games on a Tuesday, right? And recording this video because I know the North Star where I'm headed and who I'm becoming in that process. And I know that me just grinding it out all day, every day over the next 3 years, going towards that goal is not going to be sufficient to me, like achieving that, to getting the CPA, being able to have a really good, high paying, super stable job that I can take and the reason why I even want that is because of this vision that I have for myself, like even like past that, where who I'm becoming is like, as I'm making more, I don't need to increase my living expenses. My life can stay exactly the same, but the extra money that comes in can go into other investments where that money works for me in the future. I don't know what if any of this stuff is helpful for you guys. I have no giant lesson to share here. I just wanted to share this stuff with you because maybe, you know what, if I found a video with somebody explaining this process as they're going through it before I ever started, it might have been helpful for me. If I found a video of somebody sharing like, hey, this is how I'm getting financially ahead for me and for my family in a very practical way when I was still in a bunch of credit card debt, or when my credit was so bad I couldn't even get a credit card, that might have been helpful for me. It might have been motivating. So hopefully this helps somebody out there. And if you're interested in how the YouTube experiment is going to go, maybe you have a small YouTube channel and you're uploading once a week, once every 2 weeks, like I was right before starting this experiment, and you want to see what would happen if you just made content for 90 days without editing it and putting in a bunch of crazy work to make it happen, just hitting record and seeing what happens. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and because after 90 days I'll unveil my analytics in YouTube and show you what happened or what didn't happen, you know? Whatever happens, there's gonna be some data, and maybe that data will help you. But anyways, hope you guys are having a good day. I'm about to start playing video games. See ya.